So what has it been like revisiting Ruth and revisiting the piece?
Very interesting, because I knew that I didn't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And even working as fast as we did, there still was a process. My choices weren't arbitrary, although there were some things that there wasn't the time to explore, that we went back as we were preparing to go into rehearsal, and I would say to Kathleen, okay, this line doesn't make any sense, does it? She'd say, no, it really doesn't, but we'd had no time to realize that at the pace we were working at. So my goal was to trust that I had the core of her, that I got that right. And then allow myself to have a real process, which means being open, listening, seeing what's new that's coming at me. And that's sometimes the most exciting time for me, anyway, where you really are in a process of discovery. And you try, and hopefully you're successful at continuing that process through however long you're performing a show. Every day is a discovery of something, but so there's things that are getting deeper, there's things that are just shifting very much so, and other things that I'm realizing, you know what, I was right the first time. It's okay. You don't have to do different for the sake of different, but it's good to try it this way and then try it that way and then go, you know what, that way's better.
Because she's such a beautifully written character, you get to use so much of yourself, not just your acting and your singing and your dancing, but your comedic skills. Or, what do you love about Ruth?
I love that she's so smart. She's very self-aware, obviously, and she's a writer, so she's an observer. She's an observer of what's outside of her, and she's an observer of this, too. Now, she's a little self-deprecating about the this part of it. I think a little bit in defense, and when you're hanging around with a gal who's just a man magnet, you feel a little bit invisible on that count. But she takes the high road, she doesn't give up, and she'll do anything to get what she wants. And I just love that about her. And I think that's part of the reason that 3 years ago, when the possibility of doing Encores with this role came up, I didn't really know the show. I knew a few of the numbers, but I'd been offered a couple of other plays, and they were lovely plays, but I read this and I listened to it and I was like, I want to have this experience of being that out there, but being out there from the core of a woman who is so solid. It's not like playing somebody who's not connected. She's so connected, but she still will say, drop the net, I'm going. And I love that feeling. Donna loves that feeling, and the chance to play a character who embraces that.